Hi, I'm Pop-Tart.
And I'm Miss Tonin, and welcome to Quaran-TeaTime
with
Pop and Sarah. Aww. Hi Hens, welcome back to Tea Time with Pop and Sarah. On this episode, we are joined by one of the bitchy gays, Nathan Alexander.
Hi! You right, my love?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm getting by. How are you?
Alright, feeling like a natural woman today, as always.
At least with Sarah doing Pop's makeup, he's got an excuse to not blend.
Tea, absolute tea. Absolute tea. I mean, if for the people watching, this is why I christened Nath Jeffrey Boyer Chapman in the group, because he's never done drag and always goes on about it, so...
He's friends with a lot of drag queens, so he knows stuff.
Yeah, I was raised by drag queens.
So, we are going to talk to Nath about his job, kind of. Because we can't talk too much about it because we'll get sued by the government.
So we'll talk about other things as well. We'll have Kiki, and then we'll talk about what you do, what you like. So you like story. What got you from Beverly to hell?
Well, yeah, I'm originally from a very, very small conservative town. I went to an all-boys school, which was a blessing and a curse, really. But no, it just wasn't for me, so I wanted to broaden my horizons. And Lincoln was... So we all met at uni, at Lincoln Uni.
Yeah.
And Lincoln was, close enough for me to be able to get back home if I need to, but far away enough for me to feel like I'm independent.
Yeah, that's
so yeah, Lincoln was my firm choice, and I've been there. This is my fifth, going on 6th year living there now. So.
Bless you. And you worked at the scene for a while as well.
Yeah. So as I was throughout my undergrad, so I've done an undergrad and a postgrad. And throughout that, I just did bar work to support myself. And for my last year of studying, I did work at the gay bar in which you two, I'll say, perform.
Now 0 seconds since Nath was last being a cow meme. Now,
that meme follows me everywhere. I am so sick of it. But
we're gonna have a little counter in the corner that's Nath attack ding.
It's fatal attack counter.
But we. How did we originally meet? We met
through LGBT Society when Cam was president.
Yes, we did that. And believe it or not, I used to be really... So I'm really extroverted, but when I'm in a new group of people, especially when I was in a new room of flamboyant, openly gay... Obviously, coming from my hometown, I've never experienced anything like that before. Yeah. So I was just sat there in the corner oh my God, what is happening? And then as soon as I found my feet, they've just not been able to get rid of me.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of amazing times we've had, nights.
It's some of my happiest memories. But I feel like this is a trend, but I hated Russell when I first met him.
No, that's a lie. You wanted to sleep with me when you first met me. So bring it back, darling. If you want to read.
So we met through. we met through LGBT, and then we've been friends ever since. And then I made our group chat insert picture of us five.
Yeah. Go.
Because I realised, I actually remember the distinct moment that it happened, because I was thinking, I'm just sending all of these people the same memes separately. Let's just put them together. It's so stupid.
That group chat is just iconic.
If anything, that's why I voice note all the time. So there's no paper trail. Nobody can get me. Nobody get me voice notes. But no, obviously I've just watched your episode with Carmen, and what she fails to acknowledge is that I am the reason that her and Johnny are together. I did not get... I'm just here for my credit, That's all I'm here for.
It's the shit staring episode. Are we going to have another drama and beef with someone else again?
Oh, not again. Sick of me. But you used to sleep with Johnny, and then you pied him off, and now that's why Carmen and Johnny are together.
You know, editing this is going to have to happen.
No, I'm not editing it. It's the truth.
You are.
No.
Yes.
It's the truth.
Yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, no, that's how we met, and we've been very good friends ever since. And then
we live together.
Yeah, that's trauma that I've locked away. We don't need to bring that up.
Honestly, I felt ill the entire year.
Yeah, don't the NHS know it.
Fuck off.
You rinse each other. I'm fine with that. Like
Nath having a go at me and then getting a haircut.
Yeah, that did happen. To
be fair, like, I know what you mean by like when you first met Russell, you're like, because like I saw that rainbow hair and I was like, I don't want to know you.
Oh, my rainbow hair! I loved it.
He still said, but then again, he stands by his perms.
I like my perm. You need to let the hair go because
everybody.
I mean, we can't all look like Michelle McManus, Nath, can we?
Oh my god, here we go. He's been on 2 runs and suddenly he's stuck in Paula Radcliffe giving me health advice.
Not giving you health advice at all.
It's not like Gemma Collins on the dive.
But tell us about what you do now for work.
Oh, well, that was real smooth transition there.
Right, fine. Let's keep insulting you. You're fat. I don't like your glasses. Your hairline's receding. Want me to carry on?
This is not a receding hairline.
Not if you comb it over.
Oh, very harsh. Very degrading.
Very degrading.
So I am based in the social sector of my job, and I've typically worked with vulnerable people. It's very rewarding but very demanding at the same time, and I've learned a lot. I've been in the social sector for like 2.5, 3 years, and it's one of those things that I'm always like one of the only men on the team. It's a very there's not very many male practitioners in the job that I do.
Yeah.
So.
And like the work you do as well, like, I mean, I can't honestly, like, I have so much respect for people who work in that sector because it's so hard. Like,
it is. Yeah. Obviously, like, we can't go into too much detail. I'm not going to say. I'm not going. People that know me know, and then people listening can probably put the puzzle pieces together. But yeah, I do. But it's really, really demanding and really rewarding. I have had some difficult experiences being LGBT in those spaces as well.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Is like, was it difficult being a gay man in that field?
Yeah, I'm lucky in a sense that I've only had like a few issues, but. It was difficult at the time only because it was so unexpected, and you're there. I think it's more difficult because you're there trying to help people, so it's like a bit of a tougher pill to swallow. But because of my upbringing and because of the people that I've been around and the experiences that I've had from my home, like the words they don't faze me. They really do. It's just a case of like you have to act in your own protection as well. So like if something was said or done, like I've got to make sure that everything's done to ensure that I'm going to be safe moving forward, carrying on, you know.
So you get that whole thing of like where you're from as well, because we're from a similar area. Like, we're from a very, very similar area. If you can't hear it in the accent. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's what I like about it is like it challenges gender stereotypes to an extent, having males in the field. But I've actually just completed my master's thesis, and
absolutely,
that was about how can we get more male identifying people into female dominated work, and what was interesting was that in the type of fields that I work in, although there's more women, men still hold the majority of managerial and like higher up positions.
Right.
So it's like female dominated, but there's still like that essence.
But it's still misogynistic.
It's still got that patriarchy of like, like even though there's more women, there's more men in management positions. It's actually called the glass escalator theory, that typically straight. Well, I've just typed out 100 fucking times. So. It's this phenomena that usually straight white men in majority female position in occupations get those senior roles a lot quicker, purely because they're straight white men.
It's like they say that like there's more CEOs named John than there are women CEOs or something like that.
Yeah. I can believe it. No,
I can believe that. But I mean, like with your work, like obviously, like living with you, you can say like how hard it was, because I saw you work 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, then come home at like 6 o'clock on the Friday, have a nap, go to work at the scene at 11 o'clock at night, rock up at 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes even 7 on Saturday morning, sleep for 3 hours, go to the library to finish doing work, then go back to the scene Saturday night, and then the only day you had was Sunday. Like,
that was my life.
You worked like 70 hours a week.
It's ridiculous.
It was insane.
Yeah. Well, so I got my... when I was doing that, when I was working 9 to 5, that job came from my first placement, and it wasn't something that I intended. I wasn't supposed to carry on, but the position became available, and I loved the nature of the work. So I was like, yeah, why not? But like, I think if I was to give any advice to anybody that's thinking about doing like a master's or anything with like practice placements or anything like that, is work definitely is possible, but don't burn yourself out, because like I was exhausted. Like I was like in such a ratty mood all the time, because like I had like people showing interest in me in like a romantic way, and I'm like, I don't even have an hour to myself, let alone time for anybody else. So like it was super time consuming, but you've got to make it work, and it was achievable, and at the end of the day it improved my quality of life while I was studying too. So
I mean, it really put you in like good stead for your now like job now.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have my job now if I didn't do that. So you've got to be realistic, but it is doable.
So your undergraduate was a psychology degree, and then your master's you did social care. In the social field, social care field. So if there was like a social care undergrad, would you have picked that instead, or
no? Because they are wanting to scrap that, because a new governing body has come in and basically said that positions similar to that only postgraduates should have access to it, because it's very critical. There's a lot of critical analysis, a lot of high level analysis, and the things that you're writing and the things that you're doing could have huge implications for people for the rest of their lives. So
so you would recommend the same path to anybody?
I wouldn't change the path I chose. No, but it's a lot. Like it's 5 years at uni, it's a lot of commitment, it's a lot of time, and there are like for example, if we do look at like social work, for example, there's fast track programs that you can go on, like that only take a year and you're qualified at the end of it. But for me, I wanted like a generic qualification that would put me in good stead for anything in that field that I may or may not want to go into, and it's worked. But because Michael Potter, you've worked in like similar environments as well, haven't you, before?
Like I worked for a homeless charity who sort of engaged with your sort of services a lot, and I worked with support workers and stuff like that. Like, so
what was your experiences?
To be honest, like I could see how hard it was for them, like, because obviously like the government had just cut so much.
It was a charity as well, so charities are the first ones to...
And getting charity funding is so hard, and like especially at the moment, because it's really hard to get grant. I mean, I now work for a grant funding, so I know how hard it is to get money. In
theory, my job's supposed to be 9 to 5, but that's not the reality at all. And I'm not complaining about that, because it's what I signed up for. But it's that type of job isn't a 9 to 5 job.
It's something that you take home with you as well.
My god, you really have to practice like separating work-life balance, and you've really got to get it right.
Absolutely, like, because you put your heart and soul into it, and like we could all see that. We could all see how like dedicated and hard it is. But I can totally get what you mean when like you had that time when you're just non-stop working, in terms of like, because you are a workhorse. You make me feel so lazy. Like you are very good at what you do. I will be nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And the one thing that like I'm very self-deprecating, and I don't compliment myself like literally very. And like in our group, I'm usually the butt of the joke, which is fun. I love it. It's funny. But the only thing I will give myself is that nobody can say that I've not worked hard.
Oh,
nobody
that's literally what I was going to say. You can say a lot about you, but you can't say that you're like lazy or like, you've not worked for what you have. Like that, you can't say that. Like we've seen it throughout uni. You always took the opportunities to do more. You even lectured for like.
Oh God, yeah, I did. Like, yeah.
So you've done so much to.
She's a guest lecturer. It's on a CV.
That's so cool, though. Like,
were there many men where you worked, or were you like one of the? No, there's not.
There was like 2 or 3 male support workers. The majority of support work that I saw was from females. Oh well, I mean, obviously, I can't assume the gender necessarily.
Yeah. For Pop's birthday, can we get a Chinese and do the duck pancake, get a quarter duck in?
You lot can. I'm on a diet. I can't eat.
Oh come on, get Chinese. And,
I can't.
Put the diet. Put that celery. Have some celery after or something. You'll be alright.
That's not how it works.
It's my special day.
Robbed.
Absolutely robbed. T.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's a good question to ask. What's your opinions on Canada's Drag Race? And
one of the best seasons of Drag Race that I've seen in a long time.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The judging, wow, but sometimes, but
I think that I honestly think that the season was set up for Rita to win.
Yeah,
but they had such a flack throughout the entire season of how like the judging was and the placements being all over the place for what was shown that. All the polls, Priyanka was completely ahead, and Rita was right at the bottom. So I think they sat down and was like, even though we want to give it to Rita, we can't. And to redeem the judging that's gone on throughout the season, which has been very questionable.
I love Priyanka though from day one. Priyanka so funny.
She is. Priyanka and Lemon were my favourites. Like Lemon shouldn't have gone home that week. I'm sorry.
Lemon was totally robbed.
I wasn't bothered by Lemon.
I mean, I didn't agree with the judging whatsoever, and I don't like how some of it came across, and I don't think it was vocalised in the best way. But I do. I will not stand by and just watch people using it as an excuse to propel like racial hatred towards like every and the man's mental health. I hope someone's checking in on him because he's like deleted Twitter and everything. And whilst I do not agree with anything that he said, but a lot of the things that he said, he's still a person, and it ended up being a straight race war by the end of it. Some of the things I saw was disgusting.
At the end of the day, it's a TV show. Grow up.
Exactly. Like the thing is, people are gonna have different comments on different things, and like in my opinion, there was challenges that Jimbo should have won. There's challenges that Lemon should have won. There's challenges that Rita shouldn't have won, but at the end of the day, that's the way it fell. They did not win it, and it's a TV show at the end of the day. It's drama. It's not.
I agree, and like you guys, I'm a raptress. I love rap music, and I've listened to that track back so many times. And the fact that Lemon didn't win that rapping challenge was such a joke. It was rigged. It was so rigged, but.
I mean, Drag Race is a bit weird at this point, but the Drag Race fandom is incredibly racist.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
And it needs to calm the fuck down.
It does. It really does. Like, literally, like, they hail, like, certain types of queens and certain queens. Like, not going to name names and stuff, obviously, or, like, name sort of, like, types of queens. But, like, they hail types of queens, but then other queens, like queens of colour, they're horrible to or don't give them as much recognition or credit. Like, it's my nerves so much. And the fandom owes the Vixen an apology. And that's flat out tea. Like
the fandom, not even the fandom. The show owes the Vixen an apology because she was having conversations that nobody was prepared to have yet, and like she was ahead of her time in a lot of respects. I think I have also just obviously because I'm a big fan of the show, as you know. I'm a frequent watcher. I've just watched the music episode, and I can't say that I'm too impressed.
Music episode. Oh my
God. Tea time.
Because we didn't mention Lauren Harries.
you didn't mention Lauren Harries. It was such a missed opportunity. I'm not going to say that I was responsible for getting her at Lincoln Pride, but I definitely turned around to the organisers and was like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, let's get Lauren Harris here. And she came, and she had a microphone, but she didn't need one, let's just say that. Going back to, like, jobs.
This episode's all over the fucking place. Should we just call it a bit of everything? Yeah, but Kiki with Nath, because at this point, no amount of editing's going to save this. This is all over the fucking place.
Let's talk about Russell. Let's talk about Sarah. Let's talk about your job.
What about it? Come on.
You're a very successful Twitch streamer at the minute.
I am very, very successful. 36 followers.
Not bad. Not
no,
bad.
But it's increasing. I'm noticing you've consistently hit double digits at the minute.
Exactly. I mean, if anybody does want to come over and watch me stream games, it's twitch.tv/Tonin plays.
I really enjoyed Alan. And you said Alan Walker.
Alan Wade. Yeah, we're still playing it. I'm loving it. It's really good. Alan.
Who is Alan?
He's a writer. He's a writer. The story's about a writer. But yeah, my job's going okay. I'm going to be working with Henry soon as well to get a little bit more money on the side.
Henry.
Henry appreciation moment.
Oh my God.
Oh, dig me deep, I'm a long-bodied woman.
Beautiful, lovely, talented, brilliant, stunning, just...
Show-stopping, never the same.
He is show-stopping, darling.
The thing with Henry, though, is he doesn't think he's attractive, and that makes him hotter.
Yeah, true. Do you know what we should do? Shall we talk about we'll go around and... So I'm just completely taking over.
Okay. Come on, do the intro. Go on, no, do the intro.
Should we go around and say what our favourite memory of us?
God. Alright, I'll start then. My sort of favourite memory, well, I mean, I have lots of amazing memories with you, but like the funniest memory was just so random. The time that we got really wrecked after having 15 shots at the back. And like decided that the toilet attendant had your jacket, and it wasn't your jacket, it was the toilet attendant's jacket.
It wasn't my jacket.
We were having it, but it was hilarious. And like the amount of times in LGBT society where we'd be like the golden girls at the front having a great time. Like, loved it, Henry.
That was good. No, that was a fun night.
Okay, my favourite moment one of my favourite moments with Nath, that is, some of them are too hot for tea time. One of my favourites is when Nath was going to Leeds Pride. He bought some platform shoes, because he wanted to be taller. And I loved that.
Do you know what I just thought you were going to say? That time that we went into Jack Will's.
Oh, no. That's tea. No, that's my favourite. When we went into Jack Will's and Nave got really upset because a large wouldn't fit him.
I was like, look.
He was going mad.
I was like, you are not telling me that I'm an extra large. That isn't the tea.
Did you see? That's all.
Juicy.
Sugar plum.
Hey, I've put on a bit of COVID podge, but haven't we all?
Oh my god, haven't we all? Literally, us three right now are like a packet of Richmond sausages. We're like proper, like, you know, we're just...
Nath, what's your favourite moment of us?
I genuinely think, like, some of my favourite moments have been, like, behind the bar watching, like, the roast was really funny.
Yeah,
and like just like watching you perform. I think that was quite fun, because obviously, like, when I first met you, drag wasn't a thing.
No.
For you guys, and then no, it was good. Like, and some of my best memories have been like, if I was lucky enough to get it off work, like going into like the cabarets and being able to, because like I'm good friends with all of the queens at this point, so it's good to, like, I'm part of the fam.
I changed my mind. My favourite moment with Nath of all time is when we were doing the roast and Celine turned up.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Celine was like,
this.
Celine made no, not the fracking. Oh, good girl, no, not that. And Celine made a joke, and Nath was like, "Well, that was funny, not." And she was like, then she started reading you, and you started reading her back. And I was crying.
She made a joke and it flopped. and so I shouted, "This is why you host Sundays." And she said, "Well, what do you host?" I said, "Well, I hosted you twice," and the whole room shut down.
I was screaming. It was so funny.
Honestly, like that roast night when like she just trotted up like 15 minutes after the fact of her rose, I was like mood. It was so.
I love. Obviously, I love the scene, and I love all of the girls, and I love. It's just like, it's. And I'm not just saying this because I work there and I'm friends with the owners and the staff. Like no,
it is tea.
It's a huge part of my identity, and I think your guys's as well. It's
Absolutely.
It's like when I think back, that's always the place that I'm gonna think of, and it's one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons why I want to stay in Lincoln. I've got a life because of it.
Because that's the thing. That's how we got started doing like drag and stuff like that. And this is why like we do the show, we do like random bits and gigs here and there, and like I always love coming back.
No, it's good. I'm looking forward to hopefully things get back to normal. It's brilliant. Like the scene's open again. They've got like fantastic.
It's stunning in there.
They've got a whole new beer garden. They've got COVID restrictions in place, and I'm going this weekend, and I cannot.
I'm so excited to come.
I went the other day. The table service, absolute tea. You order on an app. They come out wearing their mask on a little tray, and I'm like, thank you. Can
you imagine if I was still working there? They're trying to carry.
You'd fall over. You're dyspraxic ass. I'd be
honestly. I'd be fucked. I'm glad that it's not me. Honestly, I'd be like, if I was still working there, I'd be like, okay, I'll pour, you carry.
Do you have anything to plug as we wrap up?
Happy you come on.
Yeah, I'm on Grindr now. No, not really. Just like, but yeah, stop lining the Tory pockets and support local talent and local businesses because they need it the most.
Quick little sponsor video because we're now sponsored by the incredible Created by Rio.
Oh my god, I absolutely love Rio's work. It's fabulous.
Amazing. So Rio creates lovely little handmade jewellery. These are one of them. I am wearing another pair, and I have another pair here. They are made out of resin, and they are absolutely stunning.
Oh, they're brilliant.
So good. There's a whole Etsy shop. The link will be on screen now and in the description. Go check it out, and if you use the code TeaTime10, you can get 10% off your order. Stunning pop.
And Rio has some fabulous Halloween collections because you know us, we're House of Hex, we love it spooky, and there are plenty of other girls and other performers love it spooky too, and there's some fabulous ones. I've got some rainbow coffin earrings coming soon. I cannot wait to wear them.
I'm having the heart drip ones. Stunning.
And also, you should support a local business because they are doing an amazing job. Absolutely love Rio, and they're fabulous quality. They
support your local businesses and support LGBT businesses.
Absolutely, and they supplied my earrings for Queen Bee, and you can see the photo coming up on here, and that's fabulous. And even remade it when I lost one of them. Brilliant customer service too.
Incredible customer service, because if you're like me and you don't have your ears pierced, you can get little clip-ons.
Hey, so many brilliant offers and so many brilliant products. So go and buy and use TeaTime10.
And if you don't, then we don't know what's going to happen. And sadly, like there's bars in Nottingham that have shut down because of COVID, and we don't want that to happen.
But on that note, we're going to have to say goodbye to you because we've been talking for like 35 minutes.
Oh, it was fabulous though. It's been so good to have a Kiki with you.
Thank you for joining us, Dave. We'll have you on back at another time. We'll probably do an alcohol episode where we just get pissed.
Drunk stories. Oh yeah, I'll get pissed. Like, we'll try and do it.
I'm down for that. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Tea Time with Pop and Sarah.
Bye.
Bye, Hens. Bye.
Flash up my Instagram here.
All right. Bye, Hens. And I tried to save it, but you didn't want it, so here we go.
No, cut this. No, we're not having this.
No, stop telling me to cut everything out. No.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, cut that out.
Nasty.
I had a Chinese.
Oh my god, I could never have satay chicken.
It was really good. I think, like for me, obviously, like going back to like my thesis and what I've done. Sorry, this Chinese keeps repeating on me.
What do you add? What's your go-to Chinese?
salt and pepper chicken. Russell looks terrifying, but at least when you're doing
Who's Russell? Who's Russell? People need to stop calling me Russell on this. I'm getting annoyed now. Hi, Hens. What, Nath? What?
Sorry,
What?
nothing. Go.
That's going at the end. You ready? Hi. Oh God. Right. 3, 2, 1. Hi, Hens. Welcome back to Tea Time with Bob and Sarah. On this episode, we are joined by our fat friend, Nathan Cattle.
No. Don't use my government name.
Oh, what? Your government name that's in the bottom corner? Your government name that's in the bottom corner of your screen.
I didn't think this through.
Do you want to change it and start again?
Put Gates Battle on, if you're alright.
Can I change it whilst I'm here?
Yes.
This is going really well.
Fucking hell.
Oh my God. You mean the fracking? No,
not that girl. Right. 3, 2, 1.